And this is the Coins, Cashflow, and Competitions podcast, sponsored by Upstate Essential Solutions. If you need help with accounting and taxes or personal finances, I'm your guy. Contact me today at dakotagrady.com for a consultation, value at $100. And if you want a resource to read, get a copy of my book, Broke, at the website as well at dakotagrady.com. And if you want to do some journaling, send me an email for a copy of your journal at dakotagrady.com. So today it is last week for Financial Literacy Month because the month ends on Tuesday the 30th. So I want to talk to y'all about money and marriage, right? Because years ago I did some research and it said that money is one thing that people get a divorce over, right? So marriage is important. And I realized that in order to have a marriage that goes a long distance and is healthy, we need to talk about finances, right? So today I'm going to talk about three keys to help you have a great marriage and to maximize it, all right? So here's the first key. I'm going to come off the top with this right here because it's important for me as a follower of Christ to talk about God. Number one point for this conversation is to have God at the center of your life. For those who don't believe in Christ, I want to encourage you, invite you to learn more about Him. For those who follow Christ, I want to implore you to talk about God, have Him as the center of your marriage. Because honestly, talking about me now, I'm talking about anybody else, talking about me personally, I'm crazy, y'all. I'm keeping it real. I'm a crazy guy. And I'm a sinner, man, meaning I'm full of mess. I want to do things my way instead of God's way. So that causes conflict between me and God, right? So I want to be a better man, be a better person, be a better follower of Christ, be a better husband. And the way to be a better husband is to follow Christ. Christ is my example. He is a source because, again, I'm crazy. My wife knows I'm crazy. She's crazy. But we're crazy together following Christ because we need God. I need God. Sometimes I don't feel like praying or reading the word, but I need it to build my character as a husband, as a man of God, as a person, so I can treat people the right way, people fairly, have integrity, honesty, just do the right thing, right? Just do the right thing. And Christ is an example to do the right thing in life, in business, in your marriage, because there will be some days, and there are some days where I don't like my wife. She doesn't like me either. But what holds us together is the commitment, one to God, two to each other, and wanted to work together for each other and our children. We have two girls, and I think it's important to have the man and woman work together to raise the children to be fully devoted followers of Christ. So the first point here is to follow God, follow Christ in your marriage. As men, be the man of the household, lead your wife, be a fully devoted follower of Christ and your children. Second point is communication. Communication is key in a marriage, especially when you have children, or not have, if you don't have children. But the whole point is if you have children, you're working, you need to communicate what's happening in your marriage. If you're going to have someone take care of your children, which we do, my mother-in-law takes care of our daughter, youngest daughter that is. So we need to communicate when she needs to go to therapy, whether she has to come here to do their therapy with the therapists, plural, more multiple ones, go to the center to do therapy, who's gonna pick up our oldest daughter, those things. Is she going to the YMCA today? If so, who's gonna pick her up? And is she going to a field trip? Is my mother gonna take her to the doctor like today, dentist, or whatever it may be? We need to communicate about those important things. You don't communicate, it leads to chaos, confusion, arguing, frustration. So to eliminate that, talk, communicate. Now let's say I've heard that women talk more than men, right? historically or on average. But I want to encourage you, as guys, open up to our spouses to communicate, to talk about important things, the children, parenting, money, business, if you have a business, talking about going out of town, vacationing. Our family's having a reunion next weekend. I'll discuss it with my wife, right? Because this is important. Having a party. We had a birthday party for my oldest daughter recently. Communication. We needed more time to set up. My mother-in-law called me, asked me if we needed more time. I said yes. The communication key is important because if you don't have communication in your marriage, then it just causes so much mess and drama. So talk about things in your marriage. And the last point is talking about finances. Ooh, money and marriage, right? Do they go hand in hand? Yes, they do. My wife and I have been married for 16 years now, 16 years as of March of 2024. And it's been challenging, I must say. But before I got married, I communicated with my wife about my finances because I knew that it's important. My mom and dad didn't talk about money that I can remember. They didn't know how to handle money that I can remember either. Because we struggled financially. My mom and dad didn't work, they didn't make a lot of money. They worked different low wage jobs. And again, I didn't remember them talking about money. I remember one time our lights got disconnected, our electricity got disconnected because I don't know, maybe they didn't pay the bill, whatever the case may have been. We had to go and stay with my grandmother, my siblings and I did for a short period of time, but that was a part of communication too. And handling your finances. If you and your spouse fight about money, why do y'all fight about money? What causes the tension? Before I got married, my wife and I went through marriage counseling. We went to 2 sessions. I'm gonna tell you why, because we're both crazy. We're both crazy, y'all. We didn't go past 2 sessions because we both need counseling. Seriously, but we had arguments, disagreements in those sessions. But I remember her bishop saying to us, he said, all money that comes into the household is household money. I'll say it again. All money, whether she makes it or I make it, is household money. That means it's our money. It's not her money or my money. It's our money combined. When we work together in our finances, then nothing can stop us. I know people who said that one guy said, yeah, hide money, HIDE money. He hid money from his wife. I don't know the details of that situation, but that's not good. You want to be transparent with your spouse about the finances because it can cause trouble in your marriage. It can drive a wedge between you and your spouse. Let that be an opportunity for you to work together, to communicate your needs, your wants when it comes to finances, your goals. If you have goals, hopefully independently and shared goals. And if you work together towards those goals, you'll achieve them. That's simple. Money is simply a tool that you use for God's glory. So it all goes back to that point number one. Handling money that in a way that honors God. That's simple, y'all. And if you don't follow Christ, again, I want to invite you to learn about Jesus, how he can teach you how to change your life. He can change life for you. We can also help you to follow him, to be a better person, have integrity, honesty, be reliable, and just to build your character. And also, the Bible talks about how to handle money. So if you need help with your finances, first source is the Bible. Secondly, contact me at dakotagrady.com for a consultation about your finances or your business. I want to help you to maximize your money and your business so that you can live a life of abundance. That's simple, y'all. So I hope these podcasts for this month were helpful, valuable, and I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, the Coins Cashflow and Conversations Podcast. It's a weekly podcast to empower you with money and business. And if you are struggling with your finances, don't be afraid to ask for help. Contact me today at dakotagrady.com. And if you have a business, you're a nurse practitioner, entrepreneur, managed by owner, of an esthetician with an AE, and you need a bookkeeper for your business and taxes done for your business too, Don't be afraid to contact me, Dakota Grady, at dakotagrady.com. I can help you with your business finances too. And if you want to do your own quarterly estimates, I know that in the second quarter, I have a resource for you. Email me at dakotagrady.com to get a free resource to help you to calculate your quarterly estimated taxes in 5 minutes or less. Thank y'all for joining me for the Coins, Cashflow, and Conversation podcast. I am your host, Dakota Grady, sponsored by Upstate Essential Solutions. Contact me today at dakotagrady.com.